Same tats, too. An eater! Ain't no way. Yes, baby. That's the same tat.
Never post when y'all have problems.
Okay.
And be honest. Always.
Okay.
Always be honest.
I feel it. You got the ring on right now?
No, I don't.
You don't? Yeah, you know, W girlfriend. She made sure I was able to use her card. You know, she let me come over when I wanted to get away from my family, you know, stay the night with her. You know, she had her own money. She bought me all the food that I wanted. You know, she always been, she learned how to cook for me. She didn't even know how to cook before then. Y'all see I get to play every night, right? I get to play every night for the real supporters that been here. Y'all see me get to play every night.
Travis Hunter just got hit with a brutal reality check. His wife, Leanna Linney, has allegedly been creeping around with other men behind his back. And this time, word is he actually caught her red-handed with one of his own Jaguar teammates. The man is reportedly spiraling right now, and it's not hard to see why. People close to him say Travis is finally realizing why his own family and mentors were never on board with his marriage to Leanna. Now, as if the cheating bomb wasn't explosive enough, insiders claim she's already making moves to file for divorce, and they've been married for barely 2 months.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends.
The kicker? Travis never signed a prenup, and now folks are questioning the whole story. Was Travis truly clueless about who Leanna really was? Or did she lock in that marriage purely for the money? This is a major blow for a man who spent years fiercely defending her from every bit of online backlash she's faced. They hadn't even been together that long before Travis found out the hard way.
I'll get into this shit, bro, because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you're successful, you everybody's fucking type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro.
Everyone warning him about Leanna might have been right all along. But how did it all go down? Reports say Travis woke up to a nightmare, explicit photos of Leanna lying in bed with another man sent straight to his Instagram inbox. Shocked and furious, he confronted her, and in seconds, things exploded. What started as a tense conversation turned into shouting, tears, and wild accusations flying across the room. This was supposed to be their honeymoon phase, but instead, Travis was shoving clothes into a bag and checking into a hotel just to breathe and figure out what to do next.
You so caught up in being in love with this, bro. I don't even think this woman really love you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you wasn't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what's keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though, but you gotta ask yourself some questions.
He clearly didn't plan on putting his business out there, but emotions took over. He reposted a short and now deleted IG story that read, "Life really ain't all it's cracked up to be." And that one raw sentence spoke volumes, no rants, no dramatic lives, no statement to the press, just that heartbreaking line.
The first thing that ever stood out to me about Travis was that he never tried to change me at all. So like I met him in college. He was in high school, and I obviously I was in the middle of outgrowing partying, but I still partied a lot. And I don't know if y'all know this, but he doesn't drink at all. Like even though he's legal to drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside partying, and then take us.
But it was enough for word to spread like wildfire that Travis Hunter and Leanna's marriage was already on the rocks. And here's where it gets even crazier. The fan reaction. Normally in a situation like this, people rally behind the person who got cheated on. But with Travis, not so much. Sure, he's young, talented, and has been nothing but devoted to Leanna, but instead of sympathy, the response was cold. "We told you so" flooded the comments, and the brutal truth? They really had been warning him from day one. As wild as it sounds, Leanna's alleged cheating wasn't exactly a shocker to a lot of people. They'd been calling it months before it ever happened. Fans had already been dropping comments like, "Mark my words, as soon as Travis Hunter lands that max NFL contract, she's gone, and I give this marriage a few years before she files for divorce and takes everything." But why were so many dead set against Travis marrying Leanna in the first place? Was her love for him never as deep as she claimed? The truth is, the red flags were there from the very beginning, starting with the wedding itself. A video from their reception just resurfaced, and it's hard to ignore. Travis leans in for a kiss, and Leanna dodges him like she couldn't stand the sight of her own groom. This was literally moments after he'd surprised her with a jaw-dropping gift, a brand new luxury car wrapped in white balloons, the full VIP treatment. You'd expect pure joy, maybe even tears of happiness, but nope, she looked bored, almost irritated, like the whole thing was a chore. That cold reaction had fans whispering back then, and now shouting, that it wouldn't take much for her to step out on him, because if she couldn't even fake excitement over a grand gesture like that, what did that say about how she really felt? Then things went from bad to downright humiliating. Old photos and videos started popping up, showing a side of Leanna that Travis probably never imagined. The first bombshell? A resurfaced clip where one of her alleged sneaky links screen recorded his DMs with her, going all the way back to 2020.
They got married in Tennessee, where there's no time limit for a spouse to become eligible for alimony, as long as there's a financial need.
Here's the kicker. Leanna and Travis had already been together since 2019, so this was right in the middle of their relationship. The messages weren't overly explicit, but fans zeroed in on one particular line where Leanna told the guy, "Let me wife you." At first, it could have passed as harmless flirting, but in the context of everything else blowing up now, people are reading that message in a whole new light. And just when it felt like the situation couldn't sink any lower, another clip dropped, and it was even messier. The footage showed Leanna twerking on some guy at a party while he grabbed her in a way that was far from respectful. Social media went crazy over it, but the twist? That same mystery man, whose identity is still unknown, reportedly started selling merch with screenshots from the video plastered on it. The audacity left people stunned.
I did do some Zillow researching for a house last night, so I had a feeling.
I'm sure you have talked to everybody about playing both ways, offense and defense. What are we thinking? Is there, you're leaning towards one more than the other, or do you really want to go 100% both ways?
Nah, I'm not leaning to one or the other. You know, I'm going 100%. As much as they put on my plate, I'm going to do the best that I can to, you know, take it all in and, you know, do my job.
Awesome. Congratulations, Travis. Enjoy the ride, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Through all of this, Travis became the punchline of the internet's cruel jokes. The trolling got so intense, he ended up disabling his Instagram just to protect his mental state. And to make it worse, that now viral party video, turns out it was filmed 3 years ago, right in the middle of his relationship with Leanna. But the drama didn't stop there, not even close. Another clip soon surfaced, and it was even more eyebrow-raising. This time, Leanna was front and center as the love interest in a rap music video. Now, being a video vixen isn't automatically a scandal until you hear the lyrics. The track was basically X-rated poetry, and a lot of people swore the words felt like they were written about her.
Information, I'm still not on social media, so whatever y'all say, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
I'll never know. They're all. You cannot get in touch with Travis unless you check his phone.
The artist behind the song? A rapper going by the name Slim with a $sign in his stage name. That detail set social media on fire because fans immediately remembered Leanna's $sign tattoo on her finger. The rumor mill claims she got it after a fling with him, and people are connecting dots like crazy. And just when you think the digging is over, it gets even messier. As the cheating chatter picked up, online sleuths went full detective mode, combing through every corner of the internet. That's when a Reddit user claimed they stumbled across an OF account with Leanna's name and photo attached. The speculation hit a whole new level after that. This account hadn't posted a single piece of content yet, but just the fact that it existed had people side-eyeing hard. And then another bombshell dropped. A resurfaced video allegedly showing Leanna in bed with a man who was definitely not Travis. The clip even showed her cooking and cleaning for him, like he was the one she was really with. The kicker? People believe this all went down while she was still in a relationship with Travis. What makes it even more wild is how Travis reacted when the first rumors started swirling about his girlfriend possibly being with other men. Instead of taking a pause and looking into it, He went full defense mode. He hopped on IG Live ranting about how Leanna had the right to live her life and telling people to stay out of their business. But then, in the middle of that same rant, he dropped a jaw-dropping statement. He planned to marry her without a prenup because he loved her and trusted her completely. That's the moment a lot of fans said to themselves, yeah, he's too far gone. For context, these two looked like a dream couple from the outside. They met as teenagers, dated for years, and Leanna was by his side through every career milestone. In return, Travis showered her with love, gifts, and financial security. Eventually, he proposed, they tied the knot, and now there are even whispers they might be expecting a baby. Look a little closer, and the cracks in Travis and Leanna's so-called fairy tale start to show. According to the love story they've shared online, Travis first slid into Leanna's DMs on Instagram, but she curved him for 2 whole months before finally agreeing to meet up. Even then, she made it clear she only wanted to be friends. It took a couple more months before they officially started dating. So naturally, people started asking, what changed? Why did she suddenly go from just friends to wanting a relationship? But that's where the theories kicked in, and one in particular got fans fired up. According to the chatter, Leanna only gave Travis a chance after her brother told her exactly who he was and how much money he was set to make. The claim? She'd said he wasn't her type, but flipped her decision once she realized his future earning power. To a lot of fans, that screamed one thing. She was chasing the bag, not the man. Almost every comment about their relationship circles back to the same suspicion. Leanna was in it for the money and would bail the moment she got what she wanted. And then came the moment that had people talking even louder. Just 1 month after their wedding, Leanna posted a video of herself sobbing on Instagram. She even layered a voiceover that seemed to hint she was going through hard times while visibly crying. For many, it didn't match the image of a newlywed in love. Leanna claimed that her tearful Instagram video was actually filmed back in December and that she doesn't even recognize that girl anymore. But fans weren't buying it for a second. Many believe she posted it on purpose, but a calculated move to stir sympathy and paint herself as an unhappy wife, the suspected goal, so that when she eventually filed for divorce, it wouldn't look like she was just chasing Travis's money. And here's the thing, people aren't calling Leanna a gold digger for no reason. She's had plenty of questionable moments that make it seem like she was never truly in it for Travis. Case in point, there's a clip of her openly saying he was never her type at first, and that she only started falling for him after the gifts and money started rolling in. On its own, that might not sound outrageous, but it sure puts things into perspective, especially now with allegations she got involved with one of Travis's Jaguar teammates. To make matters worse, Leanna doesn't even seem interested in hiding how little she wants to spend time around her own husband. Leanna once admitted that she'd have Travis drive her to parties, only to make him wait outside in the car while she partied inside. If their love was as real as she portrayed online, why didn't she want to actually party with him? And that wasn't the only eyebrow-raising moment. Cameras have caught Leanna looking visibly annoyed or uninterested during huge milestones in Travis's career. One moment fans will never forget: at his Heisman ceremony, she was the very last person to stand and clap, almost like she didn't even want to be there. Despite her Instagram caption screaming "proud wife," her body language told a completely different story. That's when the speculation got darker. Was her cold demeanor because she was already secretly involved with someone else while still with Travis? And remember all those long-running whispers about her chasing the money? Well, it looks like she might have secured exactly what she wanted. According to sources, Travis never signed a prenup before saying "I do," which means that even now, after allegedly catching her with another man, there's not much he can do to protect his finances. If the divorce goes through, she could still walk away with a massive payout. And fans are saying she played the long game all along. If Travis divorces Leanna, she could walk away with at least half of his money, and basically wiping out everything he's worked for over the past few years. And like every other warning sign in their relationship, people had been telling him about this long before he ever said "I do." One of the loudest voices was his own mentor, Deion Sanders. In a Resurfaced 2022 clip, Deion practically begged Travis to protect his assets before getting married, pointing out how plenty of other players skipped the prenup and ended up regretting it for the rest of their lives. But it wasn't just Deion. After his engagement to Leanna went public, fans flooded his comments with the same message: don't marry her without a prenup. And now that it's all falling apart, those same fans are popping back up to remind him they warned him. Comments like Travis's football IQ doesn't match his street smarts and no sympathy he was told over and over are all over social media. Even those who think Travis is a genuinely good guy are saying they can't feel sorry for him because in their eyes, he ignored the obvious. And now, with rumors swirling about a possible baby on the way, the situation could get even messier. If he doesn't act fast, he might be stuck not only living with the pain of his wife allegedly cheating, but also raising a child that could turn out not to be his. The pressure on Travis isn't just heavy, it's suffocating. Every single move he makes is being analyzed, clipped, and reposted across social media. Every glance, every silence, every word he says, or doesn't say, is fueling the fire. Friends, teammates, mentors, even complete strangers are all waiting to see what his next step will be. This isn't just about a marriage anymore. This is about trust shattered in the public eye, about protecting the fortune he's worked his whole life to build, and about deciding whether to fight for a relationship that may already be broken beyond repair. The rumors, the resurfaced videos, the whispers about other men, they've all created a storm that even the strongest could drown in. And now, with talk of a possible baby in the mix, the stakes have gone from high to sky high. Does Travis risk staying, knowing the betrayal might cut even deeper down the line? Or does he walk away now, choosing his peace, his career, and his dignity over the chaos that's been dragging him under? One thing's for sure, the entire world is watching. Every click, every comment, every shared post is a reminder that whatever decision he makes will follow him for the rest of his life. If you've been following every twist and turn in this saga, drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this story, and stay locked in